Good afternoon, viewers. It's Walter. It is a beautiful Saturday morning. I should be outside cutting grass or something, or working on my lawnmower. I'm still having a touch of my vertigo, so I'm not getting out and doing a whole lot. I've never had this problem before. I don't know if it's an additional side effect of my Graves' disease or what. The shot they gave me yesterday helped quite a bit, but I'm still experiencing a little bit of vertigo. What I'm doing here on the workbench is mostly just tinkering. But last week, when I put out a video about my railroad lock over here, I was going through these keys, and I mentioned this key, or I had it out or something, and somebody saw the picture and recognized what it was. They said, "That looks like a handcuff key." Well, somewhere in the back of my mind, I remembered these handcuffs that were my father's. And I've kept them. I had them on a nail for years up there at the top where none of the kids could get a hold of them because I didn't think I had a key. I remembered that they were up there. And then a couple of years ago, I put them in my gun locker over there. There's nothing in there but some boxes of ammunition and stuff. I say gun locker. It's what I call an ammunition box. But I'm going to put the key with the handcuffs. They're no good without the darn key. I'm really happy that whoever it was that saw this key recognized what it was, because of my chances of ever going through them keys and trying them on these old handcuffs were about nil. I just assumed there was no key for them. But I'm going to show you they fit. See, it comes open that way. You can always push them through that way and circle them around, but you can't get them back out. But when you pull it back that way, it holds the lock open and you can pull it open. Not being no cop or experienced with handcuffs, I didn't know what it was. So I'm glad to know. I appreciate it. Whoever you were, I don't know your name right offhand, and I would. Whether that's the original handcuff key or whether it fits all handcuffs, I don't know. But I'm going to use this key ring to permanently attach it to the handcuff. I can get it. I hate these little keychains where you about rip your thumbnail off trying to get a key on. So you don't mess with Pwalpar. He'll lock your ass up in handcuffs. That increases the value of those handcuffs considerably. Put them back up. Lock the cabinet back up. What'd you do with the lock? Anyway, I appreciate the tip, my friend, an awful lot. Let's work on our power supply project briefly. See what it's going to take to open this thing up. The only visible screws are on this side. Nope. The screws are over there. I'm going to put it up. Screws are over here too, but I presume they're holding that fan motor in. We don't want to tinker with that. Looks like a fairly small Phillips. I'll save my screws in this magnetic mesh ashtray. All right, those screws that were in there came out of something I took apart the other day. Oh, the computer. Anyway, small type screws like that I don't know what to do with. They're going to get relegated to that container right there. All right, let's see what we can do here. First of all, we don't want to get in no hurry. Okay, these little screws that come out of this power pack are very small. But I think they got some Loctite or something on them. They're snug all the way out. We're going to pull this thing open. See if anything jumps out of this. Okay, we got a zip tie around that wire. That must be what's holding us. We're going to assume it's that zip tie anyway. That was it. It were the zip tie doing it. Now where did the zip tie fall? There we go. That thing's got just a couple of wires in it. I wouldn't begin to tell you how this thing works. We're just learning as we go. Okay, so far I've learned a little bit about these power supplies by looking at people's videos. All the black wires are ground wires. Somewhere in there is a green wire. There it is, right there. That green wire is the power on button for your power supply. Yellow is 12 volts. Orange is, I don't remember, 3 volts, 2 volts. But all the black wires are ground wires. Well, I don't see anything burnt or looking defective. Now let's see if we can get it to power on. There's a green one right there. Goes to this terminal. Right there. Right next to it is a black wire. If we cross between those two terminals there, we ought to be able to turn it on. What the heck? We got a wire right here that was a twist tie, but it's got a wire in it. Let's try it. What can I do besides electrocute myself? I'm going to assume when I plug it in, it won't come on. Let's see. Okay, it's not doing anything, and it's plugged in. Watch me jump. Okay, we got it stuck in 3. Let's see if we can get it in 4 now. Look at that, the fan motor came on. I can feel the breeze blowing on my face. Well, we know how to turn it on. So when I put a toggle switch in to turn it off and on, those 2 wires are going to be the wires going to my toggle switch for on and off. There's somewhere in there 1 purple wire. We'll make use of that later on. So far we've accomplished one thing. So far we've accomplished a little bit. We opened up my power supply. We plugged it in and put the wires on there, and it does power on. Whether it's sufficient enough or not, I don't know yet. But we're going to learn what makes them tick. When I've seen some of the power supply people, they just cut all the wires off short. They cut holes in the panel somewhere to put a on-off switch and some connectors and other little doodads. I guess you could design your power supply any way you want to. You get up to 300 amps on one of those 12 volt wires, and the other one was 30 or something, I'm not sure. I probably would use the 12 volts a lot. Something like 5 volts or 3.5 volts, I'm not sure what you would use them for at all. Oh, I know, I don't have to go by my memory. I had it wrote down. Yellow 12 volts, black ground, red 5 volts, blue negative 12 volts, orange 3.3. So there's probably lots of little things you can do with low voltage power supply. Main thing I'm doing is just playing with it. Pink 5 volt cents. Connected to red. I think that 5 volt cents would go to your little voltmeter gauge that's got a bought and stuck on there somewhere. And I'm sure plenty of you people out there know about electronics going to tell me that I don't know what I'm doing, but I already told myself that, so don't waste your time. I'm tinkering. I want to stick my finger in there and push that sticker down. It don't go down. Last week I was showing you the light bulbs that came to put in my blue light up there, and they were sent here by a friend of mine that saw my video on my blue light. David, the North Carolina plant doctor, sent them to me. I wasn't sure where they come from until he sent me an email the other day telling me he was the one that sent them. Thanks for tuning into my little vlog today. It's not a whole lot going on here at the Pwalpar place today.